Hey guys, so welcome back to Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Let's carry on where we left off. It looks like we've stumbled upon the very final flow. Look how far this thing extends. Not that one. This one over here. So, I guess we hit that one up once we've unlocked all the other flows, which means we've got 1, 2, 3 to go. We're so close to the end now. Oh my gosh. We've played this game for so long, it feels. So, I guess we decide which flow we do, but I think our options are limited. We don't know what the username is still for this flow. This one is grayed out still, so that's still locked, which means we're back over here. Who planted the bomb? Lock number 7. Let's go accuse Dio once again. Here we go. Jumping, just like Fi wished before we exploded into smithereens. Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search one person.
What? What?
Because I figured out who did it. Sorry, my hands are shaking. It's so cold I accidentally clicked past their dialogue. I know who did it. I mean, it's stuff we've heard before anyway. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Oh, yes way. Yeah. I bent Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person. He's right there. During this little slideshow that we get that goes at top speed. It's funny how, like, we as the player know who planted the bombs, but it takes ages for these guys to work it out. Well, I suppose it only took ages because we went the long way of coming back to the bomb storyline. It's you! Dio!
Come on, what is this?
Who set up
Are
us
you
the
high?
bomb part 1? We've gone backwards. I am not high, thank you. Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you hold him down?
Well...
It's on him, I promise.
Knock it off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
Yeah, I know. We went to part 2, then we're doing to part 1 now, so... I guess what's going to be different here is... In the other flow, we went to the control room, so we got the little diffusal computer mechanism thing that we can plug into the bombs and into the codes. So we don't have that in this one because we went to the archives, I believe. So I'm guessing he's going to be a bit more generous giving us a code in this one. So, this isn't a court. Besides, all we want is to know who set the bombs.
Ugh.
And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then the search will show that, and I'll look like an idiot. This all sounds
Nice
very
try.
familiar.
That's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so.
Can I skip this? I can. Here we go. I was gonna say, I've already heard his little dialogue. Okay.
Okay. I'll give you 1, since I'm such a swell guy.
Sweet. Well, 1's all I need.
The password for bomb number 2 is...
Number 2? I've already got number 2, don't I?
EQD DYR NTK.
No, that's different from what I've got. Shit. Did I mishear it in the other flow? Surely not. I can't be that stupid, can I? I mean, I can sometimes, but surely not something as important as this. I'm missing number 3. And this looks somewhat different, like the formatting of it all, compared to when he said the other ones. I don't think there was this much spacing in between, and these hyphens are really short. Is this like a fake one? Hang on. EQD DYR NTK. EQD DYR. NTK. 2 question mark?
Bomb number 2.
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh right, of course, when we found bombs in different places in this one because we explored different rooms.
Oh? Oh. Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind.
Where'd you put it?
Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device.
That too.
Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
You might as well give us all the passwords then, please, since we don't have the input device. Where's the input device?
Oh gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
God, such a troll. I mean, he's got all the chips here. You son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Into the next life by chewing your little pill?
Moving on.
To where?
What? I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course.
No! Wait! I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned. No eating.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit!
You don't want to eat that. This is an infirmary and it fell on the ground.
Get off of me!
Mind you, I don't think it can be any more deadly.
Let me go!
He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open.
Hey! Hey! I'm not fucking around, alright?
Neither am I, dude.
Let go of my goddamn arm!
Or what? By then, the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then, he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed to his mouth. Next time, maybe just swallow the pill, eh? I mean, you kind of did that in the previous flows.
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the soparil.
Oh, not again. No! If we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out of him!
You think I don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs.
Break his arms!
We don't have time for this.
We don't have time to be sedating him, either. Ugh.
What are you
Shit.
doing, Luna? Go! Right.
Great. Look at him trying to
Okay,
eat it. He's like a
I've got it.
rabid dog.
I'm ready when you are.
Ugh. You can do whatever you want to me, you fucking cowards!
At least he's gonna get a peaceful death. He's gonna be asleep when the bomb goes off.
You're still gonna die! Go ahead! Tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms.
Oh, we can skip this one too. It's all familiar. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white doors open?
20 minutes. Exactly. Wow. The same.
So, what do we do?
How convenient. We put in those passwords and stop the bombs.
We searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
So how did it get into the control room safe? Well, only one thing to do then.
And that is?
I'm guessing in this universe all these flows are possibilities of what happens, and that last flow that we have to do is the possibility or the flow that Zero anticipates should be the correct one, I'm guessing. We split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion? But then why have this Nonary game with all these different rooms and different things inside them? A dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see despair on every face.
All right. No point sitting around. Until those things actually go off, we've still got a chance.
Maybe I'll find the login.
Sigma, you come with me.
Oh, really?
We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb.
So we're still doing this.
See if the timer really has started or not.
Right.
All the rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen.
Yeah, I still don't know why they're taking them there.
Worst case scenario, we'll open the
Alright.
white doors and go through them to wherever they go.
And we'll have like, what, 20 seconds to hope that they lead to an exit, and we know that they don't.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
Unfortunately, they don't right now.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device and the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving.
Okay.
Sigma, you're with me.
I still don't know how we're going to reconvene in time. I suppose we'll only do it like 5 minutes before the doors open, but even then, you know, like, we won't have time to do anything else once we meet up. Fi turned without waiting and headed for the door. Okay, before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her. Jeez. Charming. Sigma, very charming. Let's go. Crew quarters. Jeez, how am I going to handle this problem? I still don't know how I'm going to save myself in that other flow, right? I don't know what the aftermath is of that first flow on the far left, which has got everyone dead except for Quark, who's MIA, and yet the AV room opened. It's red.
The light's flashing. I guess the countdown has started. So, what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed. Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it.
Okay.
I'll look around here. You go check somewhere else.
You really think he's gonna leave it where he planted the bomb? Okay.
If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse. Got it?
Okay. I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then, was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise.
Not in this flow, we won't.
You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
Sorry, what? Who says that? What? No, that's not a thing. And it doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes right now?
I'm just, trying to show you that life is still worth living.
Thanks, Spy.
After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Jeez. Oh, I see. Well, I admit I am a bit curious. Well, that's the motivation that Sigma needed.
All right. Looks like we're on the same page.
Looks like it.
Hey, get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Fine. It better not be a wetsuit. Sonya already tricked me about that, right? Well, at least tricked Kazuichi. Be careful, alright? I checked the time on my bracelet as I headed out of the crew quarters and into the hallway. It wasn't good news. I've got 10 minutes to find it. Damn. Only 15 minutes. I need to hurry. 10 minutes to find it and meet up in the warehouse, which will take some time getting there as well. I broke into a run. Like, where do you even begin? We're going back to the infirmary. Before long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. All too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We'd spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting somehow that it might have been there all along. If I was him, I would have slotted it in the AB room probably, which means no one can really get to it unless you play in the AB game. Or maybe Dio had dropped it there recently. There was no way to know. Mind you, he wouldn't be able to disable it if he needed to. And the AB game wasn't ready to be played. And in any event, I had to start looking somewhere. True. Like, do you even know what you're looking for, Sigma? I don't think you retained that information when you jump flows. Luna, you're still here? Aren't you supposed to be heading down towards the Floor B warehouse?
Yes. The others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here.
Why?
I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it.
Why would I want to use this?
Isn't that why you're here?
What? I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. Oh, right, of course, my hand. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. But this isn't the time for that. Just being a robot isn't going to mean a lot if I die anyway.
Oh.
Sorry, I missed that little typo.
Why did you come here then?
Isn't that obvious? I'm trying to find that input thing so we can turn off the bombs.
Really?
Yes! I like how I'm so, like, loud and shouty and she's just so soft-spoken still. Why would I lie? Is this your facility, Luna?
I see.
Is the username on that computer your name?
I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me. So I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help.
Oh, Luna, it's okay. Don't worry about me, okay? Save yourself at this point, even though there's no way you can save yourself.
I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She turned and headed toward the exit. Luna, wait. Wait. I couldn't just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long would it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes? I don't have that kind of time. Are you sure? Only 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it. Analyze my body. Is this what's going to get me through that other flow? The fact that I'm a robot? I lay down on the table. Fi's gonna lose her shit when she sees that Luna's scanning me. And I'm just lying down when there's 10 minutes to go. Luna picked up the atom scanner and began to run it across me, slowly and methodically. In a few minutes, she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
Cool. I sat up and hopped off the table. The screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several long seconds before replying.
Well,
Is that my heart, or is that
it
Fi
says
banging
you're
on the
not
door?
a robot.
I thought that was Fi losing her crap, just pulling her hair out.
You're human.
I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. That would make me even more concerned, because I'm a human and yet I'm bleeding white jizz all over my hand. My relief didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
Just the outer skin, then? What?
You're part machine.
Wait, wait, what are you saying? I'm a cyborg?
Look here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human.
Did I lose my arms in an accident a long time ago and they got replaced?
They're made out of a titanium alloy.
Yeah. So, does this mean I'm gonna rip my arm out before I get poisoned for good in the other flow? Sort of similar to what Snake did, right? With his arm. He could get through the number 9 door. Sorry. Not the number 9 door. The door... Oh yeah, it was the number 9 door. In that chapel area.
On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
What? What does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one. You see all these root-like things around the titanium bones?
Mm-hmm.
Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms.
And how the poison, or the, yeah, the poison can just enter through my bloodstream. Same with the soap roll.
I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
Tubercularine is the word I was looking for. What? No, this is ridiculous! I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I'd remember. And I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an x-ray of it. The doctor told me I had really thick bones and that I must have done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Why did somebody replace my arms? Well, looks like I got my answer on that other flow that's locked. Wait. Okay, let's say you're right, and my arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
No. Unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
Yeah. Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body, which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
Yeah. But they should be a lot easier to remove, right, than a normal human arm. How do you know that?
I just do.
That's not an answer!
Yes, you're right. But not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain.
Luna, tell me. I need answers here. We're close to the end now. This is the time where I just get bombarded with info. What?
Don't you know how that feels? How did you know about the garden?
Have you been jumping flows as well?
How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
That's,
I'm sorry, Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
Oh, great. Time? I pressed the buttons on my bracelet and felt my stomach drop. Oh, wow. Now Fi's gonna spend her last minute going, where the hell is Sigma? We've only got a minute left.
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
Oh dear. I shuddered. Not because I was scared of what was about to happen. Because I was scared of Luna. Yeah, her tone changed just ever so slightly. She was calm, unnaturally so. Like a machine with a human face. Something I've kind of been suspecting for a bit, but I don't know for sure. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention.
Oh my.
This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
I will. Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember GTF DML016.
That's the username. Shit, where's everything? Okay, so this is gonna be in green. GTFDM. So let's just put user GTF DML016. GTF DML016. GTF DML016.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you.
Huh.
There you go. I hope we can meet again someday.
So U and K. Luna, what happened to your teeth? Oh, there we go.
I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
What? Before she could answer. Oh my gosh. Looks like we've got 2 locks unlocked here. The world exploded into noise and light, and I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Okay. Oh, where do we go first? 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 I think we'll just go through the middle one, eh? Sigma's End. Arms Race. Great. What a lovely name that is. Alright, since this one seems a lot more interesting than this one, at least I think so, because we're going to find out what happened with Quark, I figure we just do this one, eh? And then we'll save this one for the next episode, and then we'll hit this one. No, Clover, take it easy. We're not going to you. 5 minutes of life. Let's go.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
-1.
Negative.
Suddenly all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. Thanks, Dio. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked, and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on!
How come we didn't think to do this in the other flow as well, where we save Phi and K and I die?
Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
And Dio's just sneaking around. Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. David, you'll keep your promise. God damn it. I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head, and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last... The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back. Don't act like it's yours.
Oh, it is.
Are we supposed to share everything we find here?
Exactly. You are supposed to share. I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excelsior in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excelsior. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could, and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. Ugh, did it like smack my face? I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. Been there, done that. The label said, unmistakably, Axelavir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me and I dropped to my knees. Sorry if I'm replaying all this stuff before, I just needed a refresher of what was happening.
Sigma! Are you okay?
Because it's been quite some time.
Sigma!
And I didn't realize it went on this long, I've already forgotten.
Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the sofa reel, which put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Sopra was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. Take me to the infirmary, cut my arm off right now. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. It's been a while since I saw that face. Whoa, what was that? Oh my. I'm still getting images that I haven't seen properly.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Yeah, sorry. Forgot to wash my hands.
There's something white on it. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. Your arms are cybernetic.
Which means I can punch Dio square in the face pretty powerfully. Gotta hand it to you. What the hell was that? I have cybernetic arms? It was both shocking and utterly obvious. Of course my arms were artificial. Titanium alloy bones with an ABT exterior to mimic human skin. But I had no idea why. Nor did I know when my human arms, which I distinctly remembered having, had been replaced. And that flash of Luna I'd seen. I was certain it had never happened. Those things hardly mattered, though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. I called up all the strength I had left and stood one more time. What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Why, you just want to see your handiwork of having me die before you leave? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma!
What are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up.
I'm gonna follow you, and then I'm gonna kill you.
Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
Then hurry up!
Hey, don't rush me. Okay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say? Want to come with?
Jeez.
I will remain here.
Why?
Really?
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Oh, jeez. Dude. Don't worry about me. Go. You have to get outside and call for help.
But
Do you think Dio will? If he's the only one who gets out of here, there's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one we can count on.
I understand.
Great. Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No! Stop!
Boom. I began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down. There it goes. Do I wait for the door to crush my arm or something? Or do I just follow remove my arm and go, hey guys, three's a crowd, eh?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
It's been fun. Peace.
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can. Please, do not give up hope.
Make sure you kill Dio on the way out. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Just get going already. But just you, Kay.
Huh?
As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. Then, calling on every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself toward him like a coiled spring. Yes, thank you, finally! I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor, and wrapping my hands around his ankle before he could get back up.
Hey! What are you doing, you bastard? The door's gonna close!
Oh, well, shit. Sucks for you, huh? It's been fun.
Let go! Let go, goddammit!
These last flows is just Dio lying on the floor, pinned down.
Let me go!
Nope, sorry. These arms are titanium alloy. He lashed out with his free leg at my head, shoulders, and arms. But I held on. I ignored the pain, tightening my grip with every blow.
Hey! What the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, all I had to do was choose ally. I didn't say anything about letting you go through the door. As far as I recall, it didn't say anything about letting you escape.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I took a couple of tips from Clover in previous flows.
Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot.
It's me, self-righteous? What about you? Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit, edging closer to the exit. He was headed straight through the door. This is a long 9 seconds. But the gate was already beginning to close. Oh, right, okay, there we go. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door.
Sigma!
My arm.
Stop! That's enough!
Please, you have to let go.
The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go.
That's exactly what I need. Alright. See you later, Dio. That evil laugh.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die, you senile old fuck!
Hey, I ain't that old. Chill. No, I'm going to live. Ouch, the nerves though. Shit. That shit may be artificial, but it's connected to my real nerves, ain't it?
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game.
There you go.
Thank you for your participation.
Great.
As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
But do I get a password? Dio's scarpet.
Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired. So very, very tired. I felt my eyes flutter closed. And then nothing. Well, cool. I hope there's something at the end of this one. Infirmary. All the doors are unlocked. And I saved Quark's life.
Sigma! Sigma! Finally awake, huh?
Oh, wow. Couldn't you join the chorus of Sigmas? Where am I? I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed. They thought I'd died, which meant... the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
I wish we, took Dio's leg with us as well. Like, our arm gets crushed and so does Dio's leg. You guess.
Well, I wasn't there to see it. I was out just like you, but I was in the AB room.
Why? Kay knocked her out.
That bastard Kay. He punched me in the stomach.
Oh.
I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
Oh. And after he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9.
Yes.
So, where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door.
Yep, we let him go.
With Dio.
You told him to go, remember?
Oh. Yeah.
Is your arm okay?
Arm.
I heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised.
What?
I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
Oh. I looked down at my left hand. Or rather, I looked down at where my left hand should have been. Instead, there was a stub, wrapped in a white gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me. But I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. Oh yeah. How's Quark?
I'm right here.
Quark! Man, I'm glad you're alright. Feeling better?
Yep. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right?
Finally got to be a hero.
Luna gave it to me, and now I'm better. Thanks. You're the best, Mr. Sigma.
Yeah, well, I'd high-five you, but one of my hands is missing. I'll have to use the other one.
You saved my life.
Glad to hear it. Until we all die. Of starvation. It seemed they'd shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew now how I'd made a deal with Dio, and about the journal we'd found with the Latin in it. Clover and Phi seemed to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is.
Right.
That means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah. Phi and I have already gone over it, but I explained what I'd noticed. 1. If we were in a shelter for uninfected people, why had Quark been infected? Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. Had the virus really bypassed all those measures? Didn't seem likely. 2. The timing of our abductions and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we'd been rescued after the disease had become widespread. But that wasn't what happened. None of us had really heard of Radical 6 before we got kidnapped. First we'd been abducted, then the pandemic had broken out. 3. We didn't know why Zero had put us in the Nonary Game. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, then why try and kill us? Why tempt us with escape? If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic.
Well, and they just picked 9 random people? Well, yeah.
I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter. But then, after a while he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
That sounds like a messy fanfiction, Clover. Who on earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could die just because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet.
What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far. And when you did, it was only Soparil.
What are you saying? I can assure you I've died in plenty other flows. That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean.
That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Atom's analysis confirmed it.
But what if the Atom is lying?
If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on.
Dino would be lying about the Radical 6 and Excelsior curing him.
You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
No, my translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop.
You don't know what to trust.
I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
Yeah.
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
Yeah, it's a common expression. You're taking the piss. How do you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover has half a point. That
Meaning?
someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
Yeah. It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened.
True.
He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up.
But he got 2 of every animal. Why would he grab 9 random people? And you've played a Nonary game before, and you were caught with Alice, so he just happened to grab Alice too because it was 2 for 1 deal.
Right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that mean we're supposed to repopulate the planet?
One guy's wearing a suit of armor, for goodness sake. How is he supposed to procreate? Repopulate? I looked around and did a quick inventory. What's Tenmuji supposed to do? Just pass on advice on how to be good dads? Or good parents? 4 women, an old man, and a kid. That meant I was the only young, fertile male. Repopulation, huh? Oh geez, Sigma's getting excited. That didn't sound so bad. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. If the newspaper and the journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth. But you don't know for sure, do you? This is Schrodinger's
over.
Cat all over again.
There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions.
And we've finally got a flow where someone's escaped through the number 9 door, or 2 people in this case, and the game's continued, even though, you know, the game's over, and all the doors are unlocked.
In fact, we've got even more questions.
So, are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
8? You mean 7? 8?
You're including the old woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured he was. Otherwise someone's got a pregnancy and they don't know about it.
Hey, you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Yeah, you're right. We never even considered that. Unfortunately, she's not. We've seen Zero.
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
Tenmuji, surely you know something about her.
Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6?
And she killed herself?
And killed herself?
No, that's not true. Dio killed her, right? But we didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else. And then someone carried her in there.
What? That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure, okay. We looked down at the body of the old woman. Fi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman and her clothes. I just stood there. Maybe check her wrist for any marks of the bracelet. Even if she was dead. No, especially because she was dead. I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent minutes, Fi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me. A card? Kurashiki.
Looks like an ID card for this place. Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Huh? Looks like her name is Kurashiki. Or maybe that's the username for the line with 2. Because it's got 3. Kurashiki. Ever heard it before?
Nope. You?
No. Anything on the back? She's got her own password as well? Huh? There's something written here. It says, Jumpy Doll.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy Doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy Doll is a password of some sort.
I'm gonna write this down just in case. So that's not even the user. So we've got Kurashiki. So no one found this in the other flows. Jeez. And Jumpy. Jumpy. Who was called Jumpy? Junpei. And the way she said it as well was just a Junpei doll. Huh. Akane. Kurashiki. Junpei doll. Oh no. Oh no. What the hell does that mean? Oh no! Oh no!